I bitched about this in my video the other day. I think they did it 2 weeks in a row now with Roman
Oh yeah, you did.
opening Raw, and we all know that the champions don't carry the belts anymore. And that's it's in a road case, and they just pick it up when they get to TV. But the last 2 weeks on Raw, Roman gets out of the car. He's talking to Pierce, and then he just walks by a case and picks up his belt.
What
I'm like,
the?
and then this past week, did the same thing. Pierce meets him saying, "Hey, Jacob's not here. I know, this is what's going on." And he looks at Pierce and he goes, "Where's my title?" And he had some flunky go get it and bring it to him. I'm like, why are you? Why?
It makes it feel like it's a prop in a movie set.
Right. It's a prop and not what it should be.
Yeah,
and I know
don't
it's a prop, but I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't need to know that the stupid phony show that are watching that I'm supposed to be sold on is telling me to my face that it's a stupid phony show. I don't like that. Sorry, Paul. Sorry.
No, I agree.
Well, sorry that no, it hurts me saying that like a lot, but I hate that I'm taking that from Cornette because Cornette will go on a land and be like, well, the fucking show they're trying to sell us on, they're just telling us to our face that it's fucking phony. And I'm just literally gonna it pisses that genuinely gets me when they do that shit. That's why I don't like any of the stupid fucking Unreal, or I don't like any of the stupid social media that a lot of these fucking guys do. It's like, bruh, I'm supposed to believe, or you're this top dude, this world champ, this title that you're holding that was, and Paul, to add to your thing, this title was made because Roman Reigns was not defending the fucking other title.
Correct.
And it was for that one. For everyone to be like to have an opportunity, and then he's just treating it like nothing, and it's a fucking prop. That's what it comes off the way that they're portraying it. So like, again, that's a big reason why I don't like WWE right now is because Cody is stale because he hasn't done shit different, and Roman Reigns has the title that was made because he wasn't defending the title. So and he's also can I make a statement here? I think they chose TKO Roman to win the fucking belt because they think that because the bloodline shit was so gold at one time and it was so getting the views and the attention it was at one time that they think they can write off a different wave here, but it's not working, bro. Like the Uso shit is like it's not working because there is nothing exciting about it. There's nothing exciting about this.
Okay.
New.
If I'm gonna get heat for this, I know I am. If Triple H would have balls to just look at them and say, let me show you this clip of this thing called the NWO.
Right.
It was great. It was amazing. Then it got ridiculous, and they didn't know how to end it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't interfere. And there was a quote from Kevin Nash I think it was from his show, where he's like he said TKO needs to stay the fuck out of creative and let Paul run his show.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't argue with that.
So that's where I can make the segue and go. How long before Roman tries to get the title that he had before, and then they merge those titles?
I would hate to have an undisputed title.
I wouldn't hate. Well, isn't the one that Cody has called the undisputed title?
It is. It is.
Is it the undisputed or is it just the WWE Universal title?
No, it's like the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship.
Yep.
So there's still technically 3 world championships then.
I don't even remind me that, please. I don't want to remember the blue or red belt.
Names, yes. Well, now that for the world title, yes, I don't want to see an undisputed. Now, since they decimated their tag team division, I would be okay with them unifying the tag titles again.
They should.
And having them defended on both shows, just like the women's tag titles are.
Yeah, they should.
You mean all 3 shows?
Whatever.
The women's tag title is defended. Yeah.
Yes, that is how the women's tag titles are.
Who's the United States champion, Paul?
What does that have to do with the tag titles?
Well, what does the tag titles have to do with the world title?
I was just comparing the unification of said belts. Tiffany Stratton's the U.S. title.
No, not the women's. The men's.
The men's is Trick Williams. Man, come on.
Oh shit! I forgot. You're right. Never mind. I was gonna go somewhere with the mid card men's belt.
Oh yeah, no.
Wow. Oh, you know what? How are the mid card men better champions than the fucking heavyweight champions right now? Penta and Trick have been good with those belts, and the people that main evented Mania back to back with the big main events are the world champions, and it's stale as shit for both of them.
Welcome to WWE.
Fuck, even the NXT champion is stale as shit. I don't like Tony D'Angelo.
Dude, you're starting to understand why I fell off.
He's just a placeholder, I think.
And even TNA's world champion is meh.
Hey. I like Mike Santana.
Here comes Jim.
I like Santana, man. I do.
I had to tickle him a little bit.
I like Santana. I've always liked him ever since he was he was like secondhand Proud and Powerful, or LAX, but like still, I've always been a fan of his. But you do mention TNA, and it does, strike a chord because I did finally make that video.
Oh, and you know what? It's strike a chord in the TNA. Why the hell would they have Leon Slater lose the belt?
Yep.
To fucking.
Oh, dude, you segued me perfectly because that's exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, why would they have Leon Slater lose the belt that he had for 200 and blah 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 days to Cedric Alexander? Now he's tied with Austin Aries, the piece of shit Austin Aries.
So okay, here's the thing. As a former Austin Aries fan, okay.
Former, yes, me too.
Former.
I liked him too. Yes, former. Yeah.
Say former, Paul. Say former.
Okay, so here's the thing. On commentary, I'll give him begrudgingly, I'll give him credit because on commentary and MLW he's funny. Because he's still his usual narcissistic self, and now that we know he's as narcissistic as he is, oh god, give me credit for being able to get that out.
Delusional.
Him and the way he goes about his business on commentary and MLW, it makes so much more sense now. So I mean, like I get it. He's still an asshole, but the thing with it though is he really burned a bridge when it came to TNA, especially with how he conducted himself, because especially after the match against, I think it was Johnny Nitro or whatever the hell he was called, but then Johnny Impact.
Yeah.
He did the one thing in wrestling you don't do. Like he broke kayfabe directly after the match. Like, you do a job for somebody and so what? If the move doesn't hurt, you still lay there for a minute and you sell the move and make the guy look good. He sprung back up. So like a lot of people, and then there was a lot of allegations too against him.
And he walked off, right?
Yep. He popped up and he walked out. He walked out before the champion walked out. Like, you don't do that. There's also a lot of other stuff that came up with Austin Aries. So I mean, he's just at the end of the day, he's just not a fantastic person. I get people giving him a shot because I mean everyone still needs to work, and I have no issue with people doing that. That doesn't mean that I would, But when it comes to it, TNA and him don't really get along. So the fact that he is currently the one that holds that title, and they will mention it. They mention that he holds the title, and they'll mention him by name. But at the end of the day, I feel like they should have let Leon Slater keep the title and continue on that legacy of his own, because of that, that's what this whole run's been about, is how he's breaking barriers and he's the youngest in charge, which I hate that name. It doesn't make any sense. But it's still they're trying to build him up as the next big thing in their company, and he's supposed to be the one that's going to carry them into the future and all this other stuff. So why have him job to somebody twice his age? I might be wrong about how old Cedric Alexander is, but like Leon Slater's like 21.
I don't know how old. Yeah, he's my age. But I don't know how old Cedric is.
Still, at the end of the day, like, why have him job? Like, why not continue? I mean, he didn't job. Like, they did actually have a decent match. The ending was dumb, but why have him drop the title and that's just it? Because immediately after, this is it ties into earlier. Immediately after he drops the title to Cedric Alexander, Fabian Ochner, whatever the fuck it is, pops up, and I'm assuming is going after Cedric Alexander's newly won X Division title. So they're just saying, all right, fuck you, see you, Leon.
Yeah, I think he's WWE bound. That's why.
I mean, it did. So what? Like, do better than that, Tommy Dreamer. Come on, dude. You worked in TNA or ECW. Like, I understand that ECW at that point was you didn't necessarily need to have a good story to have a good match because people were they were tribal as hell about it, which it's ECW. But you've also got Delirious, who at one point in time was doing a decent job in ROH, but then just started phoning shit in. So I have no idea, like, what are they doing? And there's other booking issues too. So
we need to have a tracker, Paul, for each time Jim goes off about Tommy Dreamer and Delirious and TNA.
Dude, the problem is I used to like Tommy Dreamer, man, but as a booker, like, he says
I find it difficult. I find it difficult to listen to him on Busted Open when he's on.
I just can't listen to him talk in general. Like
I find it difficult to see the weight he's put on. I don't know.
Wow.
You fat shaming him, Sponge? Wow. Come on.
I don't know. I sit here and say these athletes have all this, and I get when you get to a certain. Maybe that's why. Maybe there you go. I'll eat all the burgers and eat and fucking shit. Pause. What I said, but eat all the meat and all the things. And no weight gets gained, but I don't know. Little breaking news for Jim here though. But next Wednesday it's Darby versus Mike Bailey.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep, he did say he wanted to go after that. Yep, that's right. You're correct. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But back to the show.
Yeah. So TNA I did that video and that's their whole thing. So I mean. I'm going to kind of just use that as like a little backdoor, like, hey guys, go check out that video because I'm not going to get totally into it because we've already gone a while. TNA's whole situation confuses me because I don't really understand what their game plan is because, I mean, they've got the workings for the Broken Hardys, which that's fine. That can bring a cinematic universe. They just did the cinematic thing with the underground or I have no idea what the hell they call themselves, but Rosemary and Allie the Bunny and all the stuff that they're doing with Mara Shide and stuff, that's fine. They've transitioned over with Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, and somebody else going with his stuff, and I mean he's going to be in the title scene eventually too, and they've got certain things that are going that make a little bit of sense, and then they got the Elegance brand. And then they got the Righteous.
I hate that.
The Elegance brand, when it was just like Ash and the Concierge, like the Concierge bugs me, but he's supposed to bug me, so like he's doing his job, so kudos to him.
He's doing his job, yeah.
But like the tag team girls, I can't remember their name. One's Heather, I think, and I can't remember the other one. But they impress me as athletes. Like they're good in the ring, but I hate this gimmick. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like the Elegance brand doesn't make sense to me. Ash, whatever, do your thing. I guess. But yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense what they're doing because she doesn't even look like she's going for the Knockouts title, and it's going to be Li Ying Li. I did it the first time. And Xia Brookside for the title coming up. And it's like, yeah, thank you.
Oh, there you
go. So like, where's Ash? Because originally she was going for it, and then she got embroiled with, good Lord, I can't remember her name, and ODB and Mickie James. And so it's just like, what happened? So there's a lot going on in TNA that just kind of makes you go, as a wrestling fan especially, and if you've been paying attention to booking and wrestling, and there's this and that going on, where it's just like, you can tell when a show gets recorded through multiple days because of how the crowd is, right? Like you can tell when a crowd has been watching wrestling for like 4 hours because they just do not give a fuck about what's going on in that ring.
Oh, does that give you flashbacks?
Yes, it does.
So
I was seeing those matches for months.
And I mean, at the end of the day, they didn't get any better, did they?
What, the matches? No.
Yeah. And so, okay, here's my thing, right? When you move over to a brand new channel, your best episode shouldn't be the third episode on that channel. I mean, if you're gonna go downhill, it should at least be your first episode, because that means you climbed, plateaued, and then fell off the cliff.
Right.
That's worse. I mean, so that's the thing. So, okay, I was actually pretty excited because, like, that was my journey with TNAs. When they premiered on AMC, I decided to start watching it, and I started watching it from there when they premiered in January, I think it was.
Yes.
That first episode honestly bugged me because it just was like, what the fuck was that? I remember texting my brother going, what the fuck was that? Because he watched it concurrently up until that point, and he's like, that's TNA. And I'm like, what? And I told him, I was like, that's not any different than what it was before. And he's like, no. So I went back and I looked, and he's right. Like, they didn't even change anything. I guess the stage might be a little bit different, but that's it. They didn't change anything. There's no format change. There's no presentation difference. They're just like, yep, we're TNA on AMC now. And it's like, oh, okay. So, I mean, I guess at least the cinematic matches will make sense. I guess. So that's kind of where it was. And then the second episode, I can't remember exactly how all that played out, because by then Mike Santana had won the title back, and there was some fucking thing where he was sitting in the ring, and for the main event sequence, the main event segment was Mike Santana sitting in the fucking middle of the ring in a chair talking about his dad, playing the voicemail that his dad left him like maybe 2-3 days before he lost his dad. And it's like, you guys, this is your main event segment on your second show on AMC. What are you doing? So, I mean, they almost lost me by the third episode, and that was actually a really good episode. I think that was the one main evented by the Hardys, actually. So that's maybe that's why it was a good episode to me. I'm a Hardy fan. If you guys out there didn't, yeah, I'm a little bit of a mark for the Hardys. Okay, there's a reason why my wrestling story pretty much sounds like I tried to be a Hardy boy, because I did. Okay,
hey, I'm gonna stop you there because me and you are in the same path when it comes to the Hardys wrestling. I was just talking yesterday, and I know this is so off topic, but since you brought up your wrestling, just a little short. My wrestling buddy that from the school was like, you know what your finisher should be? It would be perfect if you had a cutter. And I'm like, oh, you know what's hilarious about that is that the Hardys Twist of Fate is literally a cutter, and I wouldn't be against using some sort of rope bounce cutter because I am in a lucha school.
Yep.
So gotta add that. And I was like, oh, that would be perfect because again, I also the Hardys was a huge thing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say even further off topic. Actually, Brian Cage did a version of a cutter that I think you might be interested in. I might have to show you that.
You send me that. I will.
I think you might like it.
But we have to do. But what the most important thing that is even more off topic is we have to fly. You guys both have to come here, and me and Jim are gonna put Paul through the Doomsday device.
Hold on. What? We are? Wait, we are?
We have to.
So wait. Why don't you and Paul put me through the Doomsday device?
No, well, why not attack Paul Levesque? He's the one writing the shows.
Right. You're the one. You guys both hate me. So
okay,
right?
But so even in kayfabe, if we were to do something like that to the actual Paul Levesque, his pacemaker would go.
No, I think he can do one more bump.
I don't know. There's a reason he had to retire.
Hold on. I say that because Ric Flair has like 2 pacemakers.
Now wait a minute.
But that's
look! I tickled Paul. I rubbed Paul the wrong way here.
No, I'm not. No,
well, he's got to defend his best friend.
No.
Paul, he's at the bar right now. Go get him.
Everything since his retirement, his real retirement against Shawn, everything after that, the man's goofy as hell, and he wants to die in the ring. That's what he wants, unfortunately.
Yeah, he does.
I thought Paul was going to say none of it exists after 2008.
So,
well, it shouldn't. It's an abomination to his legacy.
You remember the time that we talked about sitting in lines waiting for like a venue to open for like a wrestling show, and like we were randomly talking to people in line behind us, or like you talk to a random that's seated next to you? Ironically enough, that story that you just told, I heard a story about that from somebody. So shout out to, God, what was his name? Kevin. Yeah, that was it. It was Kevin. Kevin in St. Paul. This last year, not 2026, but 2025, when we were at the Roy Wilkins, he told me that he had a theory that Ric Flair was cloned, and the real Ric Flair's dead. He did, in fact.
Wait a minute. So
that's what Kevin from St. Paul told me, bro.
So he's just recycling the Ultimate Warrior.
Yep.
Theory that it was a different warrior that came back in the 90s than it was.
He basically is, because that's what he's saying, because everything that we've seen since his retirement with Shawn Michaels, because he agrees with you, the retirement with Shawn Michaels was his actual retirement, because not long after that he passed, and then the clone is the one that we saw go into TNA and all this other stuff. So Kevin in St. Paul, shout out to you if that shout ends up being right, bro. I put your story out there.
What has WrestleLaunch come to?
Well,
we're talking about clones of wrestlers and shit.
You didn't hear about that?
I mean, they just cloned Danhausen on freaking.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh no!
No femur kid he showed it how it happened, man.
So it did happen. There was many.
There's so many. There's always been. There's been many a Danhausen. There's been many a.
Well, Jim, wait till
even Jim has been
next
Jim
week.
Hausen.
Next week we're finding out that Omos is probably going to be Omashausen next Friday. Did you see Paul?
My God.
Did you see the giant Danhausen?
Him back in the lab, yeah.
Yeah, back in the lab cloning.
Go for it. As long as they don't do Obafemihausen, then I think we'll be fine. There'll be Truthhausen at some point.
I'm gonna go on a rant here about Omos, because he was having a fantastic run into Japan, and then they randomly had him relinquish the tag belt, and then he to come back to do stuff, and then he never did nothing, and he still hasn't done nothing to this day other than like one or two AAA appearances.
Yeah,
but like that barely.
Didn't I thought Mini Vikingo took him out, quote unquote.
Don't show me that. So I don't want to see that,
dude. But Mini Vikingo, man, he's.
Bro, Vinny Vikingo, did you see him do that crazy ass like flying out of the ring like twirly whirly DDT thing?
Yes.
I was like, holy, and he's like 17, he's like 16 or 17 years old.
Yeah. He's in.
I was like,
yeah, yep, seen it.
I was like, Jesus Christ,
this kid's impressive. Like, holy
impressive
shit.
As hell.
I do.
Paul, what do you think about Mini Vikingo?
RG,
I have not seen that yet.
But
a AAA. I mean, he's feuding with Vikingo right now. So.
Oh, nice.
It's actually really good.
Right. That's really funny as hell.
It's really
ironic.
It's his younger brother.
Yeah.
Ah.
And like, yeah, man. I don't know. That's the thing about.
I thought it was gonna be the kid from your school that like whooped your ass the other day.
Oh, whoa. Hold on now.
No, that's Mini. Oh God, what was it? Fuck, I can't. I'm not gonna try to remember what it was for Danger. We had talked about it earlier, and I just AEW not this tomorrow, but this next Sunday has Double or Nothing, and there's a few matches on that card that I'm very interested in. But the one that like both you and I, Sponge, had talked about beforehand that we were interested in. And this is why I'm segueing, because better than Logan Paul. Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah, that's going to be like the best Okada match in his entire AEW run so far.
He's going to be the best at either of their matches in the AEW run so far, to be honest with you. Like, I'm looking forward to that. Like,
well, no, Takeshi's put more effort into his run in AEW than Okada has.
Correct. But I think because they know each other as well as they do, they're going to bring out a different side of each other that nobody's seen in AEW either.
Right, 100%.
So my thing with it too is like, I did that with Over the Limit. I don't know what the hell it was called. Those two pay-per-views.
Yeah, Over the Limit.
Thank you. So I just want to see what you guys think, because like, first of all, I'm just curious, like, if either of you know. I mean, obviously you know Okada and Takeshita, but Paul, do you have any idea? take that as a no. Unless
he's gonna play the crickets.
Yeah, I think he's
yeah. I was gonna say he's gonna play the crickets.
That already got pulled away. But I mean, in the meantime, like, what do you think of that, Sponge?
I think Takeshita got to win this one. But I think this is going to be a great set of a match. I really we're just talking based off the history because you never know. They could go in it and have a stinker. You know,
I mean, they could, but I feel like with these two, there's the likelihood of that, man.
But there's no way these two come from New Japan and Japan, and the hard hitting side where if you mess up, you fucking brutalized, and I think it's gonna be a hard hitting, phenomenal fucking bout that crowd is grateful as fuck to be witnessing that shit live. Is how I see it.
Absolutely, 100%, absolutely.
And then I don't know where you go from here with the Don, because is this like a bad thing in the Don Callis family? Because I know they've been on the iffy when they tag teamed. So like, does this start like the fall of the Don Callis family or a rupture?
I feel like they've been pushing that for a little bit because Takeshita, when he was facing Darby, Callis gave him the Dynamite Diamond ring that MJF gave him, and he threw it away, and Don Callis was not happy about that. So,
I was add to that is like, but what do you do with when Kyle Fletcher comes back from injury? He's just like, oh, where'd everybody go?
Well, I mean, they keep bringing people in because Brian Cage came out with the Don Callis family.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I mean, that's going to be a revolving door with them, and at the end of the day, that's fine. Like that can be the way it is. That whatever, like it can be what it is, as long as it's not ridiculous like the NWO was. Like Don Callis makes it work because at the end of the day, he's been around, he knows the job. But as far as the split, I mean, it's been building. So I mean, obviously, I think like that's going to be the main dissension. I think like maybe Don Callis might try to help one or the other, and that might be the deciding factor. Personally, I'd like to see them both leave. But ow, that was my hand. But at the end of the day, like if they were to both leave, then I think that'd be the best thing for both of them because then they could do whatever they wanted. They didn't need to have. They don't need Don Callis. Neither one of them do. Maybe Takeshita with some of his English, but he's working on that.
You're right. I will say the matches that I don't think deserve to be on this pay-per-view are like Bandito and Swerve. I think that should be a Dynamite or Ring of Honor match. I don't think it's a pay-per-view worthy match. That's an Owen Hart fun. That's an Owen Hart. But yeah, it is an Owen Hart match. But I again, you can throw that on the side and put something else in there.
I don't.
Same thing with Willow Nightingale.
So
same thing with Willow Nightingale and the other group.
I mean,
that's just a setup for Willow to win on a big stage.
It is, but at the same time,
is she still the TBS champion?
Yes, and that's what I think it should have been for.
Put the belt on the line.
Yeah.
Put the belt on the line. Yeah. Put the belt on the line, and then there's intrigue for me. But other than that,
my question is, I'm looking forward to Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay. That's gonna be fun.
I'm 100% looking forward to that shit. I will be watching.
I know you're not, but I'm looking forward to the Stadium Stampede match because I'm just looking forward to the creativity.
They need to retire. They need to retire that. But I mean, if they do, okay. The stupid exploding fucking super kick. You can listen to me ranting on that for like an hour. Or actually, no, the recording cut off. That shit was fucking stupid. But if they do anything on the level of that, okay. But if they fight around the arena, use the weapon, that's usually. I mean, I'm just
curious to see what they end up doing in an arena like that. But the one that I'm curious. Speaking of retiring. Is the FTR versus Cage and Cope. I can't see Cage and Cope actually losing that match.
No, yeah, I can't see them losing that match, but I don't think FTR would benefit from them losing that.
I don't think actually it's going to be like FTR actually losing it as much as like I think Cage and Cope is just going to be clever and like they're going to threaten Stokely or something's going to happen of that sort, and that's what's going to make them say quit.
Yeah, and that's what's going to make them, yeah.
So, but then honestly, I'm curious. I'm really curious. The one that I'm looking forward to and this is the one that like this is where I'm like this is the story. That 4-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship.
Oh, yeah. I think there needs to be a new women's champion.
I don't mind Tekla as the champion, but at the same time I think that Jamie should win. I can't buy
her.
I don't mind her at all.
I've lost my interest in Tekla. I can't. But Jamie Hayter is my pick for that match.
I mean, I like Jamie, but my thing with that one is like there's a lot of setup in there, and I think what's going to end up happening is Hikaru Shida is going to either win that match or be the reason Jamie doesn't win that match, or Chris Statlander, one or the other.
Paul, right. Paul, what do you think? Who's got that fatal 4-way?
I I don't watch this.
I tried. That's why he stayed silent earlier. I think I tried.
Paul, what do you think about this guy versus this guy? It's just like,
Oh, I was silent because I had to go to the restroom. I drank a whole double extra large big
he's
gulp
drinking on
before
the
we started.
job now. Drinking on the job.
That's how I get the best ideas.
Oh, there you go, Paul Levesque.
I've been smoking here and there, so I mean, shit.
But no, yeah, I do see her Karashida causing some shit.
Yeah, that's what they've been. That's what I've been leaving for. But the Darby and MJF, that one, I did see a theory online, that made me chuckle, and then kind of went, okay, maybe. So, okay, so I mean, MJF at one point in time came back with a fuller head of hair than he left with. I mean, so I feel like, and plus they've mentioned it in many a promo. So I feel like a lot of people are already kind of like, and the current running joke is that he went to Turkey and had it sewn on. So
No, he went to Turkey. That's confirmed.
Is it confirmed? Okay, well there you go. So
yeah, it was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, like when he first lost the title the first time that he had gone to Turkey.
Okay.
And he did. You can see if you watch him in 2019, his hairline is different. Like he's had like 3.
No, I noticed it. Oh, absolutely. I didn't think it was actually Turkey, but sure. I mean, that works for me. But
well, it could be somewhere else, obviously, of course, in the States too. I'm just Turkey is just a generic transplant place, cheap transplants.
Well, I did see a theory. I mean, granted, it's a Reddit theory, but I did look into it, and there's some credible fact to the theory. But it is said sometimes in those transplants there is a shave that does need to happen.
Oh, yes. See, I was thinking that too. I was thinking that because if he's getting another set, then that's probably. I was literally thinking this at work that if he's getting another set, because for older folks, you got to either add more.
He's 30.
And there's also another. Yeah, there's another. Well, he's up there, and he's got in terms of age, because I mean the balding age for someone goes from like 18 to older for a male. And depending on all sorts of stuff.
Started balding in high school, so I mean, like.
Right. See, yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. But I was literally thinking, granites added, or he has to do that. He has to shave his head off again to continue the growth, and then we won't see him for a bit. Or they're gonna do some Vince McMahon shit, like when he shaved his head and he had the weird hat on, and he had the hat on, and then he was all fucking. Paul remembers this. He was watching that live.
Unfortunately, I told you I've been through some of the bad times.
Okay. So when Vince had his head shaved, I was watching it then. Like I was watching then, so I remember.
Well, it was 2007. So yeah, that was right before you stopped.
That was
watching,
right. Yeah, almost. That was right about the cusp of when because I remember. I remember. So okay, I wasn't watching concurrently, but I did watch WrestleMania 25 because I do remember Jeff and Matt. Like I remember watching that match because I must have went to a friend's house or something. So I think that was it. I don't know when 25 was because I remember watching 22 and 23. I think 23 was my last like concurrent watched every show up to WrestleMania. I think was 23 the one in Chicago.
That was 21 years ago.
Oh my god. Okay, Paul was 23 the one in Chicago.
No, it was in Michigan.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It was the one in Detroit because it was the one where.
Because Cena came out in the car.
Yeah, he came out with the car, and freaking they had the dudes that came out with them because it was supposed to be okay. So Detroit. Then there you go. That was my last concurrent Mania that I watched every single episode leading up to and whatever. And then it was that Mania, and then I think I watched like the Raw after and went, what the fuck? Pretty sure that was it. Actually, it may have been a little bit more colorful than what the fuck, but there is that. Did Sponge run off to the bathroom now?
No. I was just thinking that, the old wrestler should just come out of retirement.
What? Huh? What? Who? What?
What are you talking? What left field did you come back?
Right? Like, where are
You know,
you from?
like, you're telling me you wouldn't want to see like Bret Hart just have one more match?
He can't.
I know. It's not. I'm not joking. I'm just saying, like,
You're
if
not
he
joking?
could. No, like if he could. I know that he can't now. If he could have one more
So you're
match.
saying if
If
a
we
wrestler,
could, I'd want him to have his revenge on Goldberg.
Well, he's retired.
Doesn't mean he can't beat his ass.
Hey, Paul, you're setting him up for failure here.
hold on a second here. If it came down to Bret Hart in his prime in an actual wrestling match against Goldberg, do you really think Bret Hart would lose?
No.
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure because,
No.
like, I mean, nothing against Goldberg.
It'd be like that match where Regal like fucked him up.
You know,
Oh, I love that. That was great.
I watched that thing and
I love Regal.
He's the best.
He is really.
Well, he's the best unless you don't know how to stand back up with your left foot front forward. You know what I'm talking about, Jim?
I mean, just because he's a southpaw doesn't mean he doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I do know what you're talking about, but like just because he's southpaw doesn't mean he doesn't know how to do it. Because in England they work the left.
Now you're shaming him because he's a left-handed person.
Okay, well,
stand up on your left foot. Get up with your left foot front.
Here's the thing.
Nah, I'm not a left.
They do teach you differently in England.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. Because let me tell you why. Because we don't do left 3/4 rolls. We do right only. And there's other students that have like came over from the other classes and like they do both. And they sometimes they'll mess up because they don't teach us to do the left 3/4 roll. And I can't do a left 3/4 roll for.
Okay, but here's the real question.
Shit, because they don't have us do that. They have us do only right 3/4 rolls.
What hands go where when you do your collar and elbow?
Hold on. See everything, and also the verbiage is way different. I forgot to say that.
Well, I suppose because it's probably.
Yeah, if you tell me that, I'll be lost. Because everything is. Oh, my right hand goes in the back of your neck, and my left hand, the elbow. They call that something.
Opposite then too.
They call it the ref, like the something ref in Spanish. I was like when he first. What now?
Well, sometimes in those situations, the ref also will call a spot there too.
No, but it's they literally just a lockup.
Yeah.
But it's called something. The something of the ref. I'll have to again and I'll tell.
Yeah, you
but there's so much things that are so like different. And then the verbiage of it is like so different. And then we'll have like an American coming for the first time over, be like, oh. Do we do it like this, blah, 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 and then he'll say it, and then I'm like...
Do you know the international sign for lockup?
The little tap on your chest.
Yeah, Ric Flair used to do it all the fucking time. It's actually tapping the arms. With the shoulder area more so.
Yeah, sometimes. I do it all the time for most of the people, so when we don't say nothing, and it's just silent, and we do it.
See, I used to be able to do a lot of those. Like, I used to know a lot of those old signs, but a lot of them fail me. But that lockup will never go away. Because I've been doing that since I was like 12. Because I caught on to that early.
Well, you need the lockup. The lockup is where most matches start, or it's.
That was always my thing, the lockup, and then the test of strength. People used to hate that shit. I'd be like, all right, you want to do test of strength?
I like that. I like the test of strength.
I came up when it started getting a lot more fast paced, and like they wanted to just kind of come out and hit people and whatever. And when it was actually like a legit match, I was always like, you know what, test of strength would be great. Like, I don't want to do that. It's slow start. I'm like, exactly. We could also do this. And
you get a slow start, and then the crowd builds anticipation whenever you're like kind of like getting into it. Like when someone's getting overpowered, and they're like, oh, do you get that? The crowd control with it, and I think that's why I like it a lot because I don't think you need to start at 100 and then go too slow.
No, you shouldn't. I mean, unless there's a story to it. No, you shouldn't.
Right, slow to 100 is the way I see.
A buddy of mine and I.
This is the way.
It is the way.
Oh yeah, it is the way. There you go.
A buddy of mine.
Is that a sponsorship ball? Sorry.
Yeah. I'm working on that double extra large big gulp one too. So.
Oh.
That's sponsorship too. All right. Well, shit. Gotta let me know that because like I might be able to benefit from the big gulp sponsorships. I could use that, yo. I got thirsty family. But fuck, I was going somewhere. And I got derailed by I was going somewhere and then I got derailed by the big gulp. Stoner brain. What were we talking about?
We were talking about how I think I want to take bumps, more bumps and more bumps.
Oh wait, no. Okay, I remember. I think. Nope, it's gone. All right, so go ahead, take more bumps.
That's WrestleLaunch for you, ladies and gentlemen. WrestleLaunch has come a long way in the last 4 years, and I don't remember. Did I mention this like back at the Elimination Chamber time? Did I say that this is the 5-year anniversary? Or
Yeah.
6 year
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah. Well, in the 5 years, it's gone a long journey. It's gone through a lot. Like Paul, he's now writing for WWE, and he won't give us press passes. Just a shame. Like me and Jim have been on his side for so long now, and he just won't let us in. He'll steal our ideas, but
I mean, to be fair, I'm the new man to the 3-man band here. I'm Jinder.
no, I'm Drew McIntyre and Paul is Heath Slater.
Oh God.
He has the kid. You have the kid, Paul.
Hold on. Wait. Well, hold up. Wait.
He's got
wait.
kids.
Yeah, I've got kids too. But hold on. Wait.
No, I don't have kids.
No,
you
I
have
do.
kids.
No, Jim does.
Here's the thing. If he's the one currently writing, then he would need to be one that's Drew McIntyre because he's the one still employed with the company. So yeah, I'll be Heath.
Mahal.
Yeah, I'll be Heath. I think Ginger's got kids too, but yeah, there you go. I'll be Heath. I'm all right with Heath Slater. He's cool. He's decent.
I think I'm now like,
that run where they kept bringing the legends back to beat his ass every week. That was great.
That was funny.
I liked when Vader came back and Lita came.
Yeah.
When Vader came back, that was cool.
So I know you don't, Sponge, but Paul, do you remember when Vader was on Boy Meets World?
Yes, I do remember that.
How
I
do
seen
you
that
remember
episode.
that? My God, dude, what the?
I literally was there when it first aired live on television.
No, you were not.
No, but I do. I have seen that episode. I have seen that.
You were not there live because that aired in the '90s, and I was there live. You weren't even thought of.
He was in the studio audience.
I was. They told me to laugh, kid, and then I laughed for the fucking segment.
So you're a time traveler. Okay, now we know what's going on. Now we know everything.
Well, I mean, didn't you hear Paul? He literally made the noises for me. Go back to talk about Over the Limit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? We forgot to go back to the future.
So wait, how old were you in 2012?
In 2012, I was. You know what? I can't tell you, but I know I was youngling.
He's not allowed to
if
tell
you.
you.
Were 21 now, that was 12
you
years
can do the
ago.
math, Paul. He's the accountant. Paul's the accountant.
I mean, I can do math.
I hated that accounting class.
You were
like,
oh my God, you're like in 2012. You're like my daughter's age.
4, 5, 6, 7. 2012, I was like 5 or 4
7
or 6.
or 8.
Somewhere around there. 2012, I was in kindergarten, I think. Yeah, around there. I could be wrong. I don't remember it. Take that with what you will.
2012 would have been 14 years ago.
Yeah.
So
oh my
you'd
God.
been about 7.
I was not watching wrestling in 2012. I did not start. Well, I was watching like barely. But I remember that one show on the CW with the green. But I do remember I didn't get into full-time watching until late 2014. No. It wasn't Velocity. Paul, do you remember that 1-hour wrestling show on CW they had back in 2012? It was like it was really weird. But I didn't get into full-time until 2014, 2015 is when I started gravitizing to the product.
Did you just make up a word?
Gravitizing. Yeah,
gravitizing. Well, see, I'm a wizard. I make things.
We just have the Sponge Dictionary. That's all.
That'll be it. See, that could be a segment.
Sponge
Jim, did
Dictionary
you like taking
wrestling?
bumps?
Yep.
It depends upon the bump.
And what was the bump you didn't like taking in the ring?
In the ring?
Yeah.
It depended upon who was doing it, but usually a pile driver.
Is it because of the risk factor or because people were grabbing your nuts?
honestly, it was usually because people would grab my nuts. That or because of the way that they would deliver the move. Like they would try to do it like Owen, and it's like, no, motherfucker, this is not how we do this.
Kill me. You're gonna kill me.
Yeah, like no. Like if you're gonna, there was one time where I was about to take a move with a guy, and like I got yelled at afterwards, but I straight up told him, I was like, that motherfucker was gonna kill me. I'm not stupid. He was about to do a jackknife pile driver just the same way Owen did, and I'm like, no, like that doesn't protect me whatsoever. Like if you're gonna do a pile driver, we're falling down like this, and
Right, yeah.
And I remember in the match he went up for it, and I remember bucking, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna turn into Owen Hart." So I bucked him, and then we did it right, and I remember we did the finish, and I came back, and the promoter looked at me and he's like, "What the fuck?" And I was just like, "Dude, he tried to spike me. I'm not gonna turn into Owen Hart. No, thank you. I've already got neck problems," because by then I did. And yeah, or I'm not gonna be Owen Harted. That's what I said because it wasn't turned into Owen Hart. And yeah, so it was one of those things where that move became my bane. Like I just, depending upon who it was, like if it was somebody I knew and I knew how they did it, I took the move. But it was always before I talked to them after that point, like before I did the match, I always said, "Okay, how do you do a pile driver?" And they always looked at me like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, it matters. How do you do a pile driver?" So, but other than that, honestly, the splashes, depending upon who it was, because I faced some big dudes like Vader, who would do splashes and like they would put all their weight on you. And
that's horrendous.
That shit will take your freaking breath away, dude. Especially if they haven't washed, which some of them do on purpose, which is gross. But you know, yeah.
I think so far of all the bumps, I don't like taking a running flat back leg drop. Those
shit
fucking.
The bump that I will tell you that I regret doing. How about this? There's two. There's a bump that I regret doing and a bump I regret taking. How about that?
Let's hear it.
Because the bump I regret doing was, for me, it would have been a senton because I didn't hold it long enough to be a swanton. But because of the way I landed, my tailbone cracked the edge of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But it would look great. The crowd, with the crowd, like I fought through the pain with that adrenaline because of that. But the one that I regret taking was the one that ended me because of how I landed. It was like a fall away. What the hell? What's the one that the fuck does he call it? The beach break, the goofy thing that OC does, Orange Cassidy does, where he puts you on his back and then he kind of does like a fall away where like he lands with it, almost like a side effect. The fuck, I can't remember exactly. I'll have to send you a thing. But the way the dude did it is he held my head for too long. So when I went through the table, which I was dumb and it was barbed wire wrapped already. When I went through the table, because of the way he was holding my neck and the table barely broke, my neck and my back moved in weird ways that literally was the end of my career, because like I had a moment where I was like, oh God, can I feel my feet? And for a moment I had the little tingles. You know how like your hand or your feet feel when it falls asleep?
Yeah.
I had that. And I was like, crap. So I was able to finish the match because I was able to retain my digits. But at that point I kind of told him, I was like, we got to go home because you almost killed me. So yeah, that was the end of my career. Unfortunately, I made enough money to cover my medical expenses from that event, and that was about it. Yay!
Oh, what's the worst bump you've taken?
Probably when I went head first over the handlebars and did a flat back onto the ground after hitting a crack in the sidewalk on my bike.
I've been there.
Oh, Jesus.
And I wasn't even trying.
Tried to bunny hop a crack one time and the handlebars came out of my bike and I just...
What?
Yeah.
The handlebars just
just came right out of the hosting.
I mean, I was pretty young, so I jumped up pretty good there. But there was one, I was playing softball, and I was on second base. Guy hits the ball. Guy was messing around with it in the outfield. So I turned at third, but it was shallow enough I knew there was no way my slow ass was going to make it home. So I stopped at third, and I look up, and the other two idiots, the one was coming from second toward me at third, and the other one was going. The one that hit it was going from first to second.
Right.
And I'm like, now I gotta go because it's going to be easier to get one of them out than it is me. So I took off, and they threw the ball home, and I've never been a person that would slide. So I just kept going, and I hit the catcher, and I took a flat back bump onto the hard softball field. And I got my one arm flat, but I didn't get the other. And my elbow hit the ground. No, that was fine. I took everything else fine. I hit my elbow on the ground. My elbow was fucked for quite a while.
I will admit, there's been a few times where, like, if you take a suplex too close to the ropes and, like, you get that weird, like, your heels hit the rope, that gives you a weird sensation. So, like, that one, it wasn't my worst, but it still kind of gives you, like, a kind of sensation where, like, that type of thing makes you go, oh, God, what happened? So, that one, that's where that same sensation, that's where that comes in for me with the ropes. Like, you have that moment where you're like, what was that? Yeah. And then I'll admit there was one time and I played baseball. I don't remember what the hell the name of the guy was, but I overcommitted and I ran right straight into the fence. Caught the ball, but I ran into that fence fucking full speed, yo.
Oh, I was safe, by the way, too.
I was wondering.
I ran the catcher over. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot that part of the story.
Yeah, I want to say that's an important part of the story.
I was safe.
So that's back in the day
I
when
didn't get to play the rest of the game, but I was safe.
Because your elbow was fucked up. Was it your throwing arm?
Yep. No, actually, it wasn't.
Okay.
But it like swelled up immediately. I couldn't. There's no way. I played first base, so.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I was digging out,
actually having to
digging balls out of the ground, so. The worst part was I was just filling in on this team. It was a guy that his wife knew my wife, and my wife would never go to the games. So as soon as it happened and I'm stuck in the dugout holding my arm, she got on the phone, called my wife. I know she's there dragging the kids along, going, you're going to the hospital. No, I'm not. I'm fine. I go, who ratted me out?
And how did that go?
I didn't think about it. Who was ratting me out? I was like, I recovered well.
I mean, as long as you can still use it. I mean, yeah, I would say you recovered well.
Yeah, no, it bothered me for quite a while afterwards. Like even just getting the kids some milk, pouring out of a gallon of milk jug, I could feel the tension in my elbow. And I was just like, this is going to suck. This keeps getting worse.
I had that happen. Basically broke my hand at one point. And like, yeah, the reheal was fun. It's like, yeah, this is going to be great. So.
This has been a special edition of WrestleLaunch. This is like the specialist edition
ever.
Might have to like split this up into 2 parts just because of how long it's going to take me just to edit a damn thing.
Jim is going to be feeling very special editing this.
It's going to be so fun. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow, though, because I have a lot of shit I have to take care of for a couple friends.
Oh, you take care of your stuff, because I think that there's enough content with this content. It's the content of the content of the continent.
Where are you going with this?
He's just going.
I think the Continental Championship should have never gone away. Like the AEW one.
How many titles do you really need there?
No.
The Continental title is still a thing?
No. Oh, hold on. The North Atlantic American Championship should not have gone away.
Mid-Atlantic.
Whatever the hell it's called. I like the design of the other one though. It was beautiful. The one Okada had. Really nice and beautiful.
Okada still has that one.
Didn't they merge them and they made it ugly?
No. Well, I mean, they did. They had a unified title, but he lost the other one. That's the one that Mox has. Mox has the Continental title.
The ugly, and they made it ugly. It used to be pretty, right?
No, the Continental title is still the same title it was before.
Man, then what title did they
You're
unify?
thinking of the unified title that Okada carried to signify both the international and the continental titles.
So, is the Continental title a thing still?
Yes. Mox has it.
Okay,
He's the
then-
current title holder.
So okay, now I'm confused.
He's
so
facing
I
Kyle
thought
O'Reilly
when
for
they,
it.
I thought when they unified the Continental title
They
and
didn't
the
unify.
All Atlantic, so they didn't unify.
They did not. No. They just had
So-
a unification title for Okada to carry.
That is the dumbest thing I have heard right now. Because
It didn't make sense either.
This whole time I thought they unified those belts. Then we lost those two belts,
Nope.
and then. So who's the All Atlantic champion right now?
The international champion is Okada.
Okay, and the Continental champion is Jon Moxley.
Yes.
And the unified champion is.
Nobody, because it doesn't exist.
Then what the hell was the point of that whole thing?
So Okada didn't have to carry two titles, more than likely.
I just had a brain aneurysm.
Welcome to. I will admit that AEW's got way too many titles. They definitely didn't need to bring in the fucking the national title. They didn't need that for any damn thing. Like, dude, okay.
I
so
like that belt though. It's
the
a
belt is
replica of
nice,
that other
yes,
one.
but like they
It's-
didn't. There was no need for it, and on top of that, it literally is a carbon copy of the NWA TV title. So I don't understand the point. So like it bugs me just a minute amount. I like the belt though; it's nice, but it bugs me
It
just
was
a
to
little bit.
attract Paul because that was his time period.
Okay. I was going to say I'm going to drop another reference that Sponge isn't going to get.
Oh,
I was
hold on.
always partial to the Western States Heritage title.
Okay, no, yeah, I like that one.
Me too. That one's beautiful too, but I just didn't like that oval centerpiece.
Oh, Sponge.
No, I beat you to it. No, but if you want to talk about gigantic looking belts that I liked, I like that WCW United.
The what now?
The WCW United States title.
Oh yeah, no, that one was good. I like that one. I mean, for me, the big gold will always be my ultimate favorite when it comes to belts.
Oh, don't get Paul all tingly. That's his belt.
That's my belt, bro. That's half the reason why I like the AEW belt so much, because I mean, obviously WWE has their own version now, but when it came to belts, when they debuted that AEW belt, my Lanta, dude, that was like the first time I ever saw the big gold. For me, it was right.
I don't like that there's side plates on the AEW title. It doesn't sit right with me.
I understand
don't
why
like that they
there
have
is.
that,
It bugs
but-
me a little bit, but I understand it. Although
Because
I
the
don't
AEW
understand
title
why there's side
itself-
plates and a nameplate. That don't make sense.
Yeah, keep the nameplate, no side plates, because I think that belt doesn't need side plates. Just
No,
because
they
they're so
don't.
tiny. They're
But,
really tiny.
Yeah, it's itty bitty. People can't even read it. But like, for me though, throughout the years with new belts being introduced, stuff like that, like the current, well, the IWGP belt that Colin Newman's carrying around because they reintroduced it. I like that one. But when they introduced the AEW belt, that was the first time in my mind anyway that I'd heard that sound of a belt since the big gold belt. So I just like that belt, dude. It's a beautiful belt.
Interesting.
I'm weird when it comes to my belts. You'd have to see like how I design a belt. It's weird. But yeah.
I really like, if I were to have a singles belt, I wish the AEW tag team titles design was for a singles belt. I love the AEW tag team title design belt. It's so fucking beautiful. It's like an intercontinental title, but for tag teams. Like of the original, not the original, but like the throwback.
I like
You get what
I like the women's title that they do now. Like the upgrade that they have now. I like that one.
It's better than the original.
Yeah.
That thing was fucking. What?
It
Paul, have you
reminds
seen
me.
the original women's championship belt for AEW?
No.
It was
not
itty
to
bitty.
It
recall.
started out as a pebble, like an
Yeah.
oval pebble, and then they made it
You got
bigger,
a little
and
bit
then-
bigger.
a little bit bigger, and then it fucking. That thing
it
was so
reminds me of
horrible.
the Lucha Underground belt a little bit because of the way the plates are set up and like how they are layered.
Right,
like they
the
are.
rectangle.
Yeah, I like it. When they debuted it, I was like, ooh, it was different. I liked it a lot. That's the thing with AEW, man. Like, they may have a lot of belts, but at least they know how to make a belt, man. Those belts are beautiful.
Well, it's because hold on, you know why they know how to make.
You're gonna tell me.
Well, because it's the WWE's belts are ugly because they want that brand to stick out. AEW is like a pro wrestling.
Well, Tony is a traditionalist when it comes to that. Like, he wants it to look like a traditional wrestling belt.
Like a championship belt, and not just a brand. Like the AEW logo being small in the middle, with all that other extra stuff all around it, and the jewels, and like the plants and shit. And then same for any other belt, like the side plates have this. Now,
the side plates still, they don't need it.
No. Like, I mean, like the side plates, like the tag team, like the sketch of Kenny Omega or on WWE, it's the WWE logo on the top, the WWE logo on the side plate. Like, it's just.
Yeah, like every WWE belt is like, did you know this is a WWE belt? It's like, yes, thank you. We know, guys. We appreciate you for telling us every fucking chance you get.
Right.
No, I hear you. And that's the thing, too. Like, there's a lot of those indie shows or indie wrestling belts.
But for the sake of Jim's editing time.
Okay, well, wait just 1 second.
Yeah,
all right. Oh, he's going to talk for an hour.
No, I'm just going to say that segment about title belts has been brought to you by the AEW shop where you can go pick up your belts.
Sponsored.
Do they even sell belts on AEW shop?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, they do. They do.
Oh, there you go. Well, there you go, Paul. You can use code Paul Levesque.
Oh, don't.
You know what? That'll be if we ever got sponsored by AEW. That'd be our code.
Our code be Triple H.
Triple H, and then get a discount on AEW shop AEW.
That would be the best thing ever,
dude. If they would allow that, my God, I mean, that would be its own series.
There you go.
Just people making a video of putting in code Triple H in the AEW shop to get a discount.
So fucking hilarious.
Okay, but
But for the sake of Jim's editing time, I will wrap this up for all of us. I mean, I don't know if we'll after this because I know it's late, most of you. But it has been a great episode. I think we did a lot of chatting about wrestling. I hope that's what everyone here that made it this far. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. You gave us all the watch them. And you gave us our support by listening to us listen to me ramble about nonsense. Paul had their cookie cutter stuff that they were going to talk about.
Why cookie? What the hell?
Why is it cookie cutter?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Have you ever just like rolled a cookie and just like throw that on the tray like a big ass ball cookie thing to see what happens?
Yeah, because we become to this prepared, and you just want to talk nonsense.
Yeah,
don't shame us.
You got to have nonsense in the world.
So, like, instead of being a 3-man band, can we just be like a monster cookie? Because, like, Paul and I are like the Reese's Pieces and the M&Ms that go into a monster cookie, of which is your chaos, and that's just like how we all come together.
There you go. That's how you put on this show. I'm only all over the place because wrestling for me is all over the place right now. If we were doing this, if we had done this in 2024, I think I'd have steady notes of like the weekly shows. Now all these companies drive me nuts. But I will say AEW is picking up the pace for me. But that's Jim's thing. I won't steal it from. I won't steal that from Jim.
Steal what from me?
But your AEW should stick because that's your full thing. But I will say our main goal for this whole thing, we need to get Paul watching AEW.
Hey, I told you. The YouTube TV, for some reason, does not like me.
Well,
I actually went and hit to record the series, and I hit it, and I had some things to do. I come back the next day. I'm like, I got some time. I'll sit here and check this out, and I go, and it didn't pull up that week's episode that I recorded. It had every episode since its inception on there, but not the one that you asked me to watch. So I feel that it's the universe telling me that I'm not supposed to watch it.
Which is weird because YouTube TV usually works really well.
YouTube TV, the recording, the one thing I don't like about it is, like, okay, I like Law and Order SVU, and I hit it to record because I got rid of my Peacock when WWE stuff left Peacock. So, it doesn't give you the option to tell it just record first run episodes. Do you know how many episodes of Law and Order are shown in a random week on several different channels?
Well, I know there's like 2 episodes every morning on TNT because I think people watch it on at the hotel. So,
good God,
no, I hear you.
there's some channels that goes all day, and it's recording all of them.
So what you're saying is I have to tell the wife if she wants to watch Law and Order that she's got to talk to you because you've got all the recordings?
I don't think so. I don't know now if I do or not. I might still. I don't know.
See, my YouTube TV, it just I basically have it set up where like I only record what I need to record, and I think I have a couple things for the kids, and that's about it.
Well, I think Paul still needs to watch this week's AEW.
Well, I'll try it again, but I'm telling you, something's trying to make me not watch. So I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe it was more like a time thing.
I think Paul's trying to make us believe that it didn't want to record, and he truthfully doesn't want to. He's trying to make us feel delusional.
Unless he really is leaning into the Paul Levesque thing, which apparently he really is not good with technology.
There you go.
So,
I hate to be a downer at the end of the show.
Oh.
But
I didn't know your name was
No. I unfortunately Thursday morning my father lost his battle with his dementia. Just the day before, I knew things were getting close to the end because the day before I went in to feed him, and he ate like 2 bites of his food, and then he started swatting my hand away like he didn't want any more. So I knew when he stopped eating, it was probably on borrowed time, and I didn't think it would be the next day, kind of a thing. So kind of sudden. So this one hits a little harder because my mother passed away 35 days ago, basically. So I was hoping that he wouldn't fall into that kind of a thing where you hear one spouse dies, the other one follows closely. I thought that might have been the one good thing about his dementia, that he might not have remembered the trauma of her passing too. So, but I just know that he's much better now, and he's not as confused as he was. So,
well, he's with her.
Used to drive me crazy when he would have those clarity moments, and I would ask him questions like, how you doing today? And he'd be like, I'm so confused. And I was just like, my heart would just sink because I'm like, I don't know what to say to that dude, kind of a thing.
I mean, you understand.
So, yeah. So, but one thing though that I'll do my little public service announcement, because I've never had to do this kind of stuff before, but guys and gals out there that listen, if you have, especially if you have kids like myself and Jim does, put your stuff together and make sure you have things completely spelled out for what's supposed to happen if and when you pass, so that they don't have to now try to navigate what's going to go on with their property and things like that. And there was just lots of questions that came up that I had no clue about. So make sure you figure all that stuff out ahead of time. I know first chance I get, I'm going to, pay for whatever I decide to do up front so that my kids don't have to worry about it. So just I don't know.
Well, that's a good message. Mine's already paid for. So, good reminder, though.
Yeah.
I had to learn that lesson as well with my dad.
So.
Well, like I said, though, I feel like this one's for your dad then. And you know what, though? Like, in my culture, we see that as a new path. So now your dad just joined your mom on her path. They're on the same path again.
Thank you guys for having this nice long episode. And we just sat here and kind of takes my mind off of it for a little bit. So.
As it should. That's what wrestling's about.
Appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Paul.
Appreciate you hanging with us.
All right, no, I'm here. That was just no, it was
I was trying to figure out how to cover that.
No, it was.
I don't know what the hell this is going. I'm out of here.
No, yeah, no. I was. It was a lot to intake, and I do deeply. You don't need to thank us or nothing. Well, we're all here for you and whatnot. I'm super appreciative of you all and all the time I have to give to here and to this.
So now that I crashed the show.
Well, I mean, it's not a crashing of the show.
It's not.
It's actually a very good message because, I mean, there's also, I'll probably put up a couple of other things too, just like awareness and stuff, just try to help a few things out because my family's had to deal with something similar as well. So I unfortunately have been there, so I get that. But yeah, that's always going to be something that a lot of families need to really keep in mind because that's an unfortunate reality of life. So you're 100% right, Paul. Just like a reality of life is that this episode needs to end so that my editing doesn't go crazy.
Right. You've already had issues with your editing this week.
Oh my God, that app. The best part about it is that there are going to be segments that I can cut out. Like right now, this part here probably won't even make it because I'll be able to be like, all right, so we're not talking about anything in wrestling related. Cut. So, but no, like, yeah, that it's. Bro.
This is the longest episode of record of WrestleLaunch so far ever. And if you made it this far to the both parts, or if you made it this far to the whole part, thank you guys for appreciating it. I appreciate Jim and Paul once again for being able to be here out the three of us. It's always grateful to be on the three on here talking nonsense with me, talking nonsense, wrestling nonsense, while they have their stuff together in the wrestling world, while I jump for joy and say the nonsense, while they preach the setup basis of.
And then crash out when we say something.
The non-nonsense now. I don't know how that happened.
Well, we're the voices of reason. We got trouble.
Yeah.
There you go. But if you guys enjoyed, I will give Jim and Paul their final words. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and share around, and let us know your thoughts on whatever the hell we talked about in this whole entire thing. There was a lot.
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm a lot worried about some things still. I'm irritated still about all the money being made and all the people that lost their jobs. But, we'll see where stuff goes.
And
I know it's a weird last thought, but
No, I mean, when it comes to wrestling, that's all it really is, bro.
Like, yeah, I mean, there's just some weird. You could almost say anything is weird booking in WWE, but there's just some things I don't understand.
Yep. I've got 3 things. My normal will always be wrestling is for everyone. Just like my other normal will always be just love professional wrestling because it is for everyone. And the final is a plea to Tony Khan. Please, for the love of everything that is amazing in the freaking sport, give Scott Demore a job. It'll help your company.
Sayonara, folks.
Peace.